Hello, everyone. I know it's been a while. It's been like since 2019 since I've done a video, but life happened. So today I'm going to do a video with some of my friends. Introduce yourself, friends.
Uh, Hello. My name is Dandy Arts 16.
Check 002.
And I am a T Jam Star Knight.
Welcome,
And
friends.
I am the owner of Eclipse Hollow.
Yes. If you guys have not seen the episodes I've been in, check them out because I'm in a couple of his videos. So I'll also give a link in the description to his videos so you can see the videos I'm also in there. So, yeah. So today we're going to talk about our favorite fictional characters. This includes TV shows and video games. So, who wants to start first?
Hmm.
Who would like to start first on their favorite character they want to mention that they know off the top of their head?
I would actually like to go off first.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Favorite TV show character. Oh, this is going to be a tricky one because, well, I have not exactly been able to get on TV for a while. But from what I can name off the top of my head, would have to be, well, my favorite character from SpongeBob SquarePants would have to be Squidward because I feel a little bit relatable to him. Mostly
Are you guys
the struggling artist.
Yeah.
any kind of hate interruptions?
Yeah. I
Right.
will say that I'm not the biggest SpongeBob fan, and I know I'm gonna get hate for that.
Yeah, you probably are.
Yeah, I know a
Yeah.
lot of people love SpongeBob, but then there's me like, I don't know if I even have a favorite character from that show when I watched it. Because after a while, I was like, this is actually kind of boring. What the heck am I
Um,
watching? I know that's like some people are just gonna be like, what the heck is wrong with you? I'm like, bruh, there was other TV shows that I thought was like, what the heck, that you would some people would agree with me. So I'm gonna go into video game territory with like favorite character, and this is actually something we can all relate. Not Sonic the Hedgehog anymore. It used to when I was younger. Uh, but Shadow the Hedgehog is like number one of like favorite characters, and then Tails is next for
I can
me.
see with Tails.
I I have to agree. I'm actually a big Tails fan.
Yes, let's go.
Well, Tails, Knuckles, Mel Sonic, and Orban Cuba are probably my mega favorites from the Sonic franchise.
uh, like the only female character I can think of is like Blaze, hensing why I'm known as Blaze, basically in Gmod for your channel TJam.
No joke.
Yep, that I'm not kidding. I'm basically Blaze with just different colored outfits.
And a gun.
Yes, I have a gun.
Speaking of which, I actually finished the episode today.
Yeah.
I have
You
a
know,
I basically have a substitute a substitute thumbnail on it for right now until Arctic can make the official one.
right?
Anyways, any other characters from Danny, do you have any favorite characters from Sonic or nah?
I think the best I can mention for favorite characters from Sonic are Tails, Blaze, and Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman. Sorry. I never
How
liked Dr. Eggman. Even when it came to watching, okay, the only like because I grew up also watching like I know I'm going to have a lot of people look at me like what the heck is wrong with you? Sonic Underground is one of my favorite Sonic
What?
TV shows. Don't you dare freaking
Yo,
judge me!
yo, you
Don't you
seen
dare
it?
judge me! Listen,
No. I've wanted to see that series. I mean, I've been trying to, but I have no idea where to find it. And
Netflix.
I've looked
That's how I
everywhere.
found it was on
Okay.
Netflix as when I was younger
Nothing.
and I watched it and has Knuckles in it. And for some reason they put like Sonic's sister and Knuckles as like maybe a couple thing and it's like what the heck? No. Let's
Wait,
not.
Sonic has a sister?
That
Yes,
explains
that's
the
what
Yeah.
Sonic
delay
Underground
between
is.
being a
It's
sister
basically
meme.
Sonic with both his basically Sonic is a triplet and royalty is what it is. Sonic has a guitar. Manic, his brother, which is my favorite by the way in that show, has the drums, and then his sister has the piano. But they were all separated. Is how the story goes. And basically,
I get
Doctor
more
Eggman
chocolate.
already took over whatever the world is called. And that's where
Obvious.
Slayton Dingo came from, where that famous meme on TikTok at this point is like,
More chocolate.
no, she's pretty. No,
Oh,
she would
wait,
not like you, you big
wait, so
oaf.
that's
That's what it's from!
Yeah.
dang.
I've watched almost every episode, and sadly, it got, like, canceled before it even finished its, like, big climax or whatever.
Oh, I
Which
hate
sucks!
those.
crap.
I was like,
I
they never got to
hate
meet their mom!
those.
Basically, what the prophecy said, they're supposed to meet their mom. The only thing we got close to that is, like, a future episode, but that's about it! It
Oh,
made me so mad. I was like, wait, Netflix,
okay.
why did they
Can
not have the rest of the episodes? Why?
okay. Um, who else has a like? I guess a series that never got to finish its stories. Like one of mine is Heroes 108.
Eh. I've never heard of this show.
I think I might have seen that show.
Do you have a favorite character from that
My
show?
my
Where's my
answer
book?
to it is like
There's a book. Yeah, because
Okay,
I've never heard of
Heroes
this.
108 is a unique show. Like it's premiered on Network in its early days.
Oh,
only
okay.
had
Oh,
two
that's probably why I
seasons.
never saw it.
I know what you're
It
talking
had
about. I've seen
two.
that show.
It had two
explain
seasons. I'm
explain what the
not gonna lie,
show.
I love the art style from it,
I
but I'm
probably need to look
upset
it
that we
up.
never got to see any continuation. It only, I mean, there were tons of other animals that we had yet to see be introduced.
Animals.
I mean,
Hold on, I'm looking this
okay,
up.
yeah, the story here, the story is basically, it's basically a feud between animals and humans. And Big Green, the big organization, is basically trying to repair the friendships
Oh,
between
okay. I
animals and
see what it looks.
humans.
I'm seeing what it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, I never saw the show. Like none of these
Ah.
characters have no like, cause I remember watching like that like an Ocho Libra superhero show on like like the Nickelodeon. I watched it, but I never found a favorite character in that. I never got really into it that much, I guess. But it
Eh.
reminds me of that art style.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, can we?
Alrighty then. So, when it came to mentioning Jimmy Neutron, basically Jimmy was my favorite character. I don't know if anyone was a big fan of Carl. I know he became a meme at this juncture, but
Don't get me
Jimmy was
started.
my favorite character for sure. Just yeah,
Don't forget
I did
his
not like any
dad.
of the female
His dad
cast in
is
that
also
show.
a meme.
Yes, his
Jimmy
dad,
Neutron.
Jimmo. I really liked his dad too, but I like
He's
Jimmy.
a meme as well.
I know, and it's funny to see his dad become famous like a meme, and it's like beautiful. And then Timmy Turner, like Cosmo, and Timmy's like #1 favorite, and then Cosmo's like my second favorite. Not because because green is my favorite color, which is like maybe like oh this is probably her favorite character because green. No, I just like how he's so stupid. It's like
Yeah,
his wife is the smart one, and him is like, we're two halves of a whole idiot, and it's funny. He's just the most funny character. And then,
Actually, you want to know something funny?
yeah,
The
What?
original premise for Cosmo and Wanda was swapped. Wanda was supposed to be the idiot, and Cosmo was supposed to be the smart
that's
one.
what the anti-fairies are.
Going to his I
Ba-
mean, the
That's why
reverse ones definitely
Anti-Cosmos is my
show that
favorite.
concept.
It's like,
I never understood the Clarice joke.
uh, I, I, I know that I stopped watching it when they added the dog fairy into the show. That's when I was like, that's when it's gonna go downhill after this, and it did.
It did.
It
It
stopped.
did. It did. It
Sadly.
did. It did.
Okay, another
Oh,
TV show that I can think of off the top of my
actually, it's right if I
head.
can just mention something from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I literally see this one meme from it, and I don't know why, but it freaking gets me. Okay, so I'm not sure if anyone's seen that episode, but basically, Timmy Turner turns into like this buff person, and
I think
he's
I know what
literally
you're talking
Oh,
confirmed.
about. I think I know
oh
what you're talking about.
that fucking
Yeah,
episode.
That's
That
yeah.
is the definition of muscular deviant art.
No. Let me let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Okay,
Okay.
basically the joke goes, I'm huge, I'm hurting people, and I'm misunderstood. Then Cosmo goes, just like the IRS. I
I
don't know
remember
why,
that
but it
joke.
gets me.
I
It
remember there was
gets
also
me.
like a one with Timmy Turner going emo, and he's like, "Don't try to recite my wedding vows, Timmy."
What?
Yeah, there was like I saw that on like Pinterest or something. Like Timmy was like saying all this stuff like in like looking like an emo, like basically like the eye covering the one of his eyes covered, black hair and everything, black
Why do
eyeshadow. Like,
people?
don't.
Why
It's
do
best if
people
we
think
don't ask.
emo?
It's best if we don't question it.
Why do people? Oh, okay. I don't know why, but why do people that see people covering one or both of their eyes with their hair immediately think emo?
I think because
Yeah.
Because
I the only
because
thing I can
literally how I draw myself, one of my character's eyes is covered by his hair,
not
and
all.
well,
It's
that's
mainly if they
more
have
reason.
black hair mainly. If they have like black hair and they cover one eye usually because that's what a lot of people that I guess from like back then in the early 2000s of emo kids from what I've seen of pictures
Oh
did that and that's why it's like
my
considered with
god!
black eyeshadow underneath. That's basically the whole thing with that. It's not your character entirely of design like no one would think emo really because it's like
I mean,
it's just the
I
only
mean,
thing it's
heck,
like
one of
one eye
my
covered.
one of my scrap characters, they had black hair, and it was covering one of their eyes, and it looked like they had bags on their eyes, but they were not emo.
Yeah.
Like
It's sadly how
like
the
I mean,
internet interprets it, sadly. I know, the internet. It's messed
yeah.
up. Yeah, that's the only thing we can say is probably blame the internet.
The internet is.
Yeah.
I forgot I can't swear on this. Dang it.
I'd have to bleep it out.
Oh no, I already did.
Yeah.
That's my mic saying for you.
Yep.
Ah.
Anyways, I'm trying to think of another TV show. I know that would Kim Possible be a good topic to mention of like favorite characters? Because I know Kim was my favorite, and Ron.
I don't think you guys even let me said what mine was actually. Like you just kind of cut me off at one point.
Oh,
I am sorry.
Yeah, like I was trying to say, apparently, Randy Cunningham, ninth grade ninja. God, that's a mouthful to say. There apparently the show wasn't automatically over. I mean, yeah, the whole thing with like the main villain, the sorcerer being defeated. Yeah, that was done. But like, apparently there was supposed to be a continuation with the story, but like Disney was just kind of like, nope, the story's over. That's it.
Mm, you're not the only one with that. I mean that is, I highly doubt that's the only series that got cut off. I mean I heard Star Forces of Evil ended up getting cut off at the end.
oh
Uh,
yeah, I watched
what
that
I
else
mean
we
I
say
too.
have
about
It
that
yet to
was
show?
finish the
good.
series.
For
I
once,
am
I actually liked a female main character in that show. For once, other than like Impossible, like it's very hard for me to like female characters because they
Okay,
usually tend to be annoying most of the time.
yeah,
But
okay. Can I say this?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, but like, can I say this?
Yes.
I feel like the problem with those most of those types of those characters are really hard to do because they can be easily made annoying of just them being like loud and obnoxious all the time. And yeah, it's supposed to be like yeah, they're annoying the secondary characters too, but like it's hard to make it like enjoyable for the audience because
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, I
Hensing why
think
most of my
just
favorite characters are males.
probably one of my other like big favorite Disney shows, Wander Over Yonder, also got discontinued after season 2. It actually that broke me because I loved that show.
I'm
Both
going to
me
say
and my
nothing because
sister.
I cannot contribute to this. So, yeah, I can't really contribute much to it
Me and
because
my
I didn't really
hold
watch
on,
it.
guys.
Okay.
So, but I know one thing we might all agree on because I mean, this is actually what gave me my channel name in general. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I think we could all agree that Donatello is like I am definitely yeah,
They're the power.
yeah, pretty much my
I'm just, sing-
childhood.
I'm just, I'm just singing the theme song of it.
Yeah, let's go. That's like there's like different versions, but I would say my favorite version is like the 2003, maybe a bit of 2012, but that's kind of maybe being a bit biased because that was like the first one I saw. But I would say like Rise of the TMNT beats it though, for sure.
Rise of the
TMN,
wait, Rise of
Rise
the
of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's the newest one. The one came out in 2019, I believe.
I actually want to see that.
It is
I mean,
good.
It's in
wait,
I'm not gonna spoil
is it like
anything.
the 2D animated one?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's 2D animated. It's not the
I
3D.
want to see it.
We will.
I'm
Don't
not
It's
worry.
in
joking.
Netflix.
Don't
Please,
worry.
please do not spoil
I am
anything
not
for
gonna
me.
spoil. I'm just gonna
I've
say my
been
favorite
wanting to see it.
character. We're just gonna say favorite characters. We're not gonna spoil anything from that for you.
Okay.
But I will say Donnie is my favorite. Donnie's like number one. Mikey's number two. Raphael's number three, and then Leo's like dead last.
Eh,
I mean, how they with Rise, I'm saying like when it comes to like the other ones, Donnie and Mikey are like still my favorite top two, and then it's like a battle between like the last place with Raph and Leo in the other versions because I liked Raph better in the 2012, but Leo was like, bruh, be a better leader in a way. Like I could have gone savage on his rear. Like you could have been a better leader, yada yada yada.
I
But the
am
2003
very
is way better.
confused.
Okay, well, 2012 basically like the 3D animated version. And they also changed his voice actor, but they did this
BRB guys,
clever way of
BRB
like,
something.
oh, they changed the voice actor saying, "Oh, his vocal cords got damaged to the point where his voice changed." And I'm like, that is a interesting way of trying to say, "Oh yeah, we
Ouch.
got a different voice actor for you." Yeah, that's an interesting way. If you pretty much that's why they did that in that episode to explain why his voice sounds weird when it came to the later seasons, and it's like, what the heck, bro? But I'm not gonna spoil what season that was, but that's what happened apparently. But I'm just
All
glad
right then.
but I will say Rob Paulson does the voice of both um Raphael in the 90s version, which is my least favorite version, which a lot of 90s kids are going to be mad at me for that one. It just went too hard on the comedy and not was just boring to me. It just did not focus on it only didn't focus much on the story, but mainly focus on comedy. So that's probably why
I hate shows that
do that.
it's some shows I hate with that. Like the one that I swear they have ruined. Teen Titans. Teen Titans
Oh,
Go,
don't
the
get me stuck.
worst creation
I
I have
I will say.
ever
Okay,
enjoyed that
question,
show.
question,
seen.
question. Since we got on the topic on Teen Titans, everyone has seen it, right, or know about it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, are you Team Starfire or Team Raven?
Pardon?
What?
What do you like Starfire or Raven more? That's the question. That's what teaming means when it comes to
Which
Raven
one?
seems to be the
Original or
only
this
one with brains.
Yes, I like. Thank you, thank you. Take that. I'm not trying to be mean to all the Starfire fans, but take that because really, literally, as like someone else mentioned in when it came to someone talking about this with Emirichu. Uh, her favorite is Starfire, and I'm like, so you picked the magical girl, pretty much. When you think about it, I mean, the one person that mentioned that ain't lying. She kind of is like a alien magical girl, while Raven is like this, has a basically is very smart. She knows her limits and tries her best to be doing her best on the team without her the powers going out of control. Like
That's
that.
actually why I like Raven more.
Yeah.
Literally, what you just said right now is why I like
Thank
Raven
you.
more.
Thank you. Like seriously. And Starfire is just annoying the whole time to me. It's like, bruh, nah. This is why I like your sister more than you. Even though she's like
I
the
You
bad
mean,
like
girl, but
Blackfire
still.
more. It's disturbing.
if I may say this,
Yes.
okay, probably to, well, mention a show that never got a true ending, the original Teen Titans.
Yep.
It,
Yeah.
Sadly.
we
They
never
got a
got
movie at
season
least, but
6.
that's about it. Dang. But
Yes, and I'm
I will say,
freaking dying because of that.
okay, out of like Robin, Beast Boy, and Cyborg, who was your favorite out of those three? Like number one, if you had to pick.
Cyborg.
Okay, Danny?
Yeah, I
They
mean,
like
he is the tech
the
guy.
original, right?
Huh? Cyborg's the one that's like the, yeah, he's the guy that was like, that's a actual cyborg that has the robotic parts. Uh,
Right.
yeah. Okay. Mine is Beast Boy. He is number one because he was just so funny, and I just feel bad for him. Like with if you figure out, I learned later about his backstory, and I was like, dang, that no wonder you're trying to be the most comedic. You had a terrible childhood, man.
Oh,
Dang. Yeah. And also he's the only one out of the Teen Titans that's actually a vegetarian. That's actually mentioned in the original, not just like the Teen Titans Go thing. But
oh yeah, most definitely. I know this.
I didn't know until
Yep.
years later. That's the sad part. Cuz I didn't watch the episode where they mentioned that. Because I only watched the reruns when it came to Teen Titans, sadly. So I didn't
I
watch
kind
it
of
in
Oh,
order.
no joke. I just kind of assumed he was vegetarian from the food he eats.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. I didn't pay attention to that. I just paid attention to like the animation and art style and I thought, "Oh, cool." And also, it does reference anime in some way, which is pretty interesting to like slowly introduce that to American audiences and they did a
actually,
really
now
good
that I
job.
think about it, that may have been the first the first quote unquote anime I have probably ever seen.
Have you seen
Good
Avatar:
point.
The Last Airbender?
No.
Um,
Okay. Well,
Yeah, the I think the only real animes that I watched as a kid was Teen Titans Go
that does not
and,
count.
well, no, wait,
Just
no. I
Teen
meant Teen
Titans.
Titans. Forget the go part.
Yes.
Teen Titans and and Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh are like the number two. I know that's like two of them, and I watched like Yu-Gi-Oh way later, and I already made a video of like my two favorite characters, Joey Wheeler and the one dude that used like dinosaur Yu-Gi-Oh cards because biased
Hmm.
because I like dinosaurs. I mean, one of my favorite childhood TV shows, which I'm mentioning because it's underrated and it deserves attention, is Dinosaur King. It is not exactly the exact same. It's somewhat similar. It uses 2D and 3D animation in the entire thing. The 3D animation of like adult dinosaurs and then like 2D animation mainly. And it's straight up like dinosaurs that are in cards and then when they slice it against a stone, they become actual dinosaurs and it's cool. And season two is like they time travel and it's cool. That's all I can tell you.
Actually sounds really cool.
And my
I'll give
favorite
you that.
character is like, um, I'm trying to remember her name. I can't remember her name, but she's actually the sister of like one of the main characters. Of the three main characters, there's Rex, my favorite. Max is just an idiot, and he's the main
Understandable.
character. And Zoe, I hated Zoe with a deep passion. I never liked her. She was so annoying. But her sister was way cooler because she was actually Max's dad's like helper, and she was the one that made the like I forget the electronic thing she made for like the for them to use, but she was really cool. And then there's like the other three characters that are similar to like the almost like a knockoff of Team Rocket, but the interesting thing is one of the characters, the only female in that group, was voiced by the same person that does Jessie from Team Rocket, which I found very interesting.
Ah,
I was like, I recognize the voice, and this was like I was 8 when I watched this, so it was like childhood plus biased dinosaurs, so of course I was gonna love it. And those are like, yeah. I know that's like only me probably because no one has probably heard of this. It was on 4 Kids, so that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yep.
Hmm.
I mean, Sonic X was on 4 Kids
Mhm.
too, but
Oh, speaking of 4 Kids, I don't know how many of you guys watch Kirby right back at you.
I have seen some episodes of
Okay, to
Kirby,
be
but I
fair,
never
okay,
got into it.
don't hate on me for this, guys, but I did not know Kirby had a show until I got the Kirby special game pack on the
Uh,
Wii.
okay. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
I
blame you for
never
that.
knew Kirby had a show.
To be honest,
And after
the
I
only
found out and after I got on the computer, I looked it up. Holy crap. I fell in love with this show.
me on the other hand, my friend, one of my best friends that was like a very big Kirby fan showed me this. I was not. It didn't interest me. I'm sorry. Everyone has
Excuse
their own
me.
tastes. I know everyone has their own tastes. Okay, it's just like
True.
I don't re. I don't remember much of what happened in the episode, sadly. So it's like, cause I watched this like when my friend was like showing this like on YouTube. Is how the only way I was able
Hmm.
to see it and everything. And this was like before I knew it was on 4 Kids. I mean, there was also another show, but I know Yu-Gi-Oh was definitely on 4 Kids. Surprisingly. Hensing why the voice of Master Splinter was also Pegasus in Yu-Gi-Oh! For those who do not know, because I looked it
Huh.
up and I noticed they sound the exact same. And 4 Kids had 2 TV shows from the Ninja Turtles that are basically spin offs of 2003 that no one
Hmm.
remembers, it seems. Well, not everyone doesn't remember, but Back to the Sewer, people don't remember. But Fast Forward is like when the Ninja Turtles basically go to the future and meet Casey Jones and April O'Neil's like grandson. Yep, that's what happened. And it's good. I don't care what people say. It is a good show, and I still like Donatello. And it's interesting to see them have futuristic ninja weapons in this version.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, and basically the other one is like they try to get Master Splinter back, is what it is because of this virus, which is the main villain. I don't know if it's like a Shredder virus or whatever. I
I
don't
feel like
like I saw
hmm.
it all on YouTube. This is the only way how I was able to figure out the show. It's like, wait, there was like almost like 2 sequels to the 2003 after it ended, and they did a pretty
Okay,
good job.
I'm just gonna say this. When you mentioned like a virus, my brain immediately thought of the Krang.
Yep, that was in the 2003 edition as well. Like I no, I don't think it was Crane. It was Utroms because it's supposed to like take.
I,
Yeah, in the 2003 edition, they had something similar to the Krang. It was similar to the Krang, but not exactly the Krang. They weren't brains. They just looked like weird octopuses, from what I can remember. Um,
hmm.
but that's what basically Doctor the no, not Doctor Aim, different series. Shredder was originally, if you've watched it, I think that's kind of spoilerish. That like, wait, Shredder wasn't a real person. Nah, because it was
Wait,
basically.
what?
Yeah, because the 2003 series went more with the actual like canon of the comic series than the like 90s did, which just made it like more comedic and everything. While the original was like really dark and they added like these triceratops alien dinosaurs in the show, which was cool, hensing like a reference to that in the 2012 when they went into space. Like things go down. Like there was
Yeah.
also like the Battle Nexus was also in like the original series, hensing why it was mentioned in probably the 2019 with in some way, but I'm not going to go into detail, obviously, because someone has not seen it and you need to just watch it, man. It's good. So
My
yeah.
brain right now is like
I just
my
learned this new.
brain just went to zero during that whole conversation because I am still trying to process
Like your
what
brain
the
is
heck
like
you are
on a
talking
loading
about.
screen, like and like the like dial-up computer sound basically going in your head.
Actually, well, since you just went into so much detail, and you did say we could mention our favorite video game characters too,
Yes, I
right?
Oh
can.
yeah.
Yeah, duh.
I was actually about to get on that because right now I am watching gameplay of Bendy and the Dark Revival. Holy crap, this game is slick.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw like some videos of it
Oh
too.
yeah,
Like,
for
god
sure,
dang.
same. I will say like I didn't play the game, but I've seen some gameplay of it and I will say like out of favorite characters, it would probably be Boris.
Well, that's the Ink Machine. He has yet to. I mean, I have yet to see him in any of the Dark Revival yet. But of
Ah,
course, I'm on part 5 out of, I think, 8 parts that have been posted so far.
oh dang. But yeah, I
Yep.
know like when it comes to like the Cuphead, not just the TV show because I know there's a TV show, but the game itself,
Hmm.
I will say like Cuphead's my favorite, and then like Mugman. Like I know like some people like
Oh,
oh
then
there's no.
wow, that's like the opposite with me, because I
You
like
like
Mugman more
Mugman?
than Cuphead.
Ah,
Yeah, and
I
I
think because of the
not just
casino
because of the
cups.
game wise, but also how the fandom takes them.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
I would say
heck,
casino
even the
cups.
show understood that. I
Yeah,
mean, Cuphead is, yes, the adventurous and
and an
always
idiot half
constantly
the
getting
time.
into trouble.
Mugman
Mugman
is the
is,
smart
yes,
one.
well, more like he understands the dangers. Like
Yeah,
he knows the red flags, while Cuphead literally ignores them.
yeah. I will also say like when it came to, I've saw a couple of episodes of the Cuphead show before we got rid of Netflix. Yep, that happened. Um,
Oh,
that the voice of whoever did the voice of the devil did a good job, and it's like, why does this feel so accurate? for his, for whoever, it's like it's accurate voice acting and it's beautiful.
why? I have to agree with you. It actually feels ridiculously accurate.
Yep. And I also will
yes.
say that I have saved a clip of like him saying, "I am so done right now." That whole
I
thing.
want to
I
destroy
have that and
all of you.
yep. That is basically like I'm going to use that sound clip for a future video on
Yeah, I mean,
TikTok.
I have yet to actually finish season 2 because I have yet to hop back on Netflix.
Ah, gotcha.
Wait, season
Bruh, I
two
Once,
is on?
binged
okay,
that crap when it first aired.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm trying to remember
okay.
any other TV shows cuz
Before we
or video
finally and
games. No, video
officially
games.
hop back on the game wagon.
Well, basically games, because I'm trying to think of games other than like Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, I think it might be
Actually,
I
yeah.
have Home
obvious.
Part in the background, so let you guys know.
Yeah, I think it's kind of obvious who my favorite character would be out of that. Probably
Who?
Foxy.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I'm saying this because I would say like it could be mainly obvious because I like pirates and foxes. You put two of them together, I'm most likely going to like it. Also, his design looks cool. I like his design.
Agreed.
Yes, that's why he's like
Agreed.
my favorite. I'm sorry, Chica's like, she's just a chicken with a bib, with like a baby bib. Is
I
all
mean, I
in
like
the
Chica.
original. I know there. I have nothing against with people liking Chica. It's just her design. It's like, oh, she's just a chicken with a bib. Okay.
Well, to be fair, the fan made version of FNAF Five Nights at Freddy's Plus, they definitely updated the designs, and
Yeah.
I will admit I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely like how they upgrade Chica's design, that now she's just not like a chicken with a bib. I mean,
Yeah.
she is technically, but she has a ribbon, like a bow on her head.
Ah.
And pants.
Ah.
And pants.
And pants. You
Why
have
you
to
put so much
emphasize she
emphasis on
has
pants?
pants. Okay.
But
Arctic,
it's
do
that
you have a
face.
favorite?
I cannot get off that face.
Ar-
Uh,
Arctic, do you got a favorite, bro?
To be honest, um, to be honest, when FNAF 2 came out, I was kind of sipping Toy Chica.
Ah, I see.
Toy Chica? Okay,
Yes.
you gotta be specific.
Yeah, you
Are you,
gotta.
so
Sadly,
you're obviously. Yeah, because it's obviously you were talking about Toy Chica
yeah.
and not. And not derpy big mouth over there.
Oh no, not the Deadly one. FNAF 2 one.
I
mm,
was. I'm
Yes,
like, you meant.
those that have seen my FNAF 2 anniversary video, just look at Chica's face,
So
and then you might
derpy.
understand that.
So derpy. I remember you
I'm,
also
I'm talking
mentioned.
about the FNAF 2
Y-
one.
yeah. I remember you mentioned
Yeah,
T
no.
Jam that you like Balloon Boy.
Yes, Balloon Boy is Sweet Boy, except his Phantom version. Phantom version is nightmare fuel.
That's a demon.
Yeah.
It's a demon
Literally.
child.
Danny, did you mention your favorite? Out of
no.
finance,
Oh
do you
crap,
have a
sorry.
favorite?
Go on.
Well, I didn't even want to mention FNAF to begin with. I was obviously going to say something else, but since we're on that case,
Oh
Oh,
boy.
I'm a big fan of what was it? Not Clam Rocks.
Oh.
Funtime Foxy. I like. It's because of Ultimate Custom Night. I would say for this personality, but
Oh.
I just love his sort of show offish characteristic.
Ah.
Fun fact, I can actually do Funtime Foxy's voice if I may give an impression.
go
Give it your
ahead.
shot, buddy.
Okay.
Sorry, muted.
He mute,
You muted.
bruh.
Sorry, I had to warm up a little.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It's time to take your final bow.
Nice.
that's pretty good.
I will
Why,
also
thank
say
you.
my other favorite is like Moon or Moondrop because I just watched Jacksepticeye talk do like security breach recently today, and I'm like, yes, Moon is still my favorite. Sunny is just too. Just, the voice is like pretty good, but he's kind of like, dude, give me some space, man. Chill. Like, why do you have to be so close to me? Bruh, have you ever heard? It's like he got too close, but then there was like, and then when he goes to like moon, turn into moon, it's like, yo, you just got 10 times cooler. I just like the design, and because also I have to be, because I actually like the moon more than the daytime. I'm more of a night person than a day person. Probably that's another reason why it's like, yes, I like Moon's design because I like the darker colors than the sunnier colors. So anyone else like Moon like me or is like Sunny. So
Well, to be fair, I kind of like both of them. From the sun and the moon.
nice.
This isn't.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. I couldn't
Yeah,
help doing the impression, okay?
it's okay, buddy.
Oh,
I love voice
I was about,
acting.
Yes.
I was about to do the moon voice as well. Like when you
I
do the moon,
I know the
I was
only
like going
joke
for
you
like
could.
the
I know what
southern
joke you
bill.
would be saying, Arctic. The have you paid your moon bills joke that you've done on I think like on TikTok more than once.
Yeah,
That
not
was
TikTok.
Yeah. Okay. Any other video games? Like, okay, if we gotta go doing this, I
Can we?
hate this
Is
game.
right if we can.
Not hate it.
Is right if we could actually bounce back to Bendy because I really do want to talk about like
Your
I
favorite
have yet to talk
character.
about my favorite.
Okay,
fair enough.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. Obviously, my favorite would actually have to be well from the actual cartoon versions. Obviously, it would have to be Bendy, Boris, well, obviously, and
Mhm.
Esker.
Mm,
I don't know why, but he is an innocent being out of the gang. I love him.
dang. Okay. Danny, Arctic, do you have a favorite character from Bendy and the Ink
Yes.
Machine?
But I
I'll let
guess.
Dandy go
Oh, for
first.
Bendy,
Ah.
that's a hard one actually.
Mm.
Mhm.
Ah.
I'll let Dandy go first.
All right.
Alrighty. Um.
I guess I would say my favorite from Bendy, at least if we're talking about like, since TJM talked about the cartoon version, I would guess I would most likely say that Bendy is indeed my favorite.
Ah. I just still stuck with Boris. Bandy's like second. I know like some people like wait you don't like the Bendy first, but Boris is like he cool looking. He's like a dog.
Technically a wolf, but
But
understandable.
yeah, he's like
He's like
I like
Goofy.
wolves and dogs, obviously. So it's like yes,
Hmm.
he's good boy. I'm pretty
He's like
sure.
Goofy.
Yeah.
To be
So
honest, Boris is like Goofy.
yes, yes. Speaking of Goofy, as a child he was my favorite, but now it's Donald Duck. I never liked Mickey Mouse. If we're gonna go with Disney here, I never liked Mickey Mouse as a kid. I know a bunch of people are gonna go like, "How dare you not like Mickey Mouse?" He's just so generic and it's just like he's like so predictable and typical. It's like, bruh, this is why Goofy and Donald have better personalities than you do. Yours is just basic.
I mean, I have the Bendy and the Ink Machine comic book.
Wait, you do?
Yes. Yes, I indeed do.
I can't imagine Arctic will like poke his head out through the door and said, "Wait, you do."
Yes.
Never knew that they had a comic, but out of
Oh
like
yeah, they definitely do.
okay, yeah. Out of like Mickey, Goofy, Donald, or like Minnie or Daisy, like who was your favorite when it came to like the Disney Mickey Mouse cast? If you even
Goofy.
yes, let's go.
Yeah, it would actually have to be. It would definitely have to be Goofy and Donald, but also Pete.
Oh yeah, Pete was pretty good. Like I like how we all say not Mickey because his personality is just so like not generic, but it's like he's always positive and it's annoying to me. It's like, dude, do you have any other personality other than just being this happy-go-lucky? Oh, I'm happy all the time, bruh. Show some other emotions than just being positive and happy. Dag nabbit, they're actually now doing that. Like,
Actually, no joke. I
Finally,
think the only time where in my childhood when I watched the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, there was only one time he actually showed a different emotion.
he
yeah,
did.
because
It
it
was
gets
He
during
did?
the Easter special.
oh
Oh.
yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Other than like recent. But I will say DuckTales. If we've seen DuckTales, I don't know if everyone has. I have seen the
DuckTales.
newest. Woo!
Oh,
Do,
the new
Yeah.
version?
I've seen the new
Okay,
Yes.
new
version.
or old version? Like, which one are we talking about? Are we
The
talking
new
about the
version,
classic or the?
the
I have yet to
2017.
see the new version.
Bruh.
I
I
saw
saw the new
episode
one.
one, and I have not got back on that wagon
I
since.
finished
Seriously?
all of them. It's all
Yeah,
the
it's
season's
a.
already over though, but yeah.
I'm
I've seen it.
mostly seriously. I feel like I'm the. I feel like I'm that. I'm that otter that like that despises the taste of watermelon but eats it anyway. I feel like that when I watched the first episode of the new DuckTales.
Dang.
I mean, I might hop back on it once I can. Well, once I finish starting the Forces of Evil, for goodness sakes,
Yeah.
because I
Okay.
feel like there is something in there that just makes me want to scream. It's just like Wander Over Yonder's ending.
Ah, gotcha. I will say, like, we're mentioning only favorite characters. We're not gonna mention much about it because I've already seen all of the episodes now. Because it took me a while
Um,
to get me into
have
it.
have
You have a favorite
have
Arctic?
Bendy have have Bendy explained what his favorite Bendy character from the Bendy game?
Yeah, he did.
Uh, Bendy was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so now to the actual game wise.
I was gonna. Yes, I was gonna actually mention mine.
Okay.
Okay, obviously from the game, it's gonna have to be Norman.
Oh.
You know, aka projectionist,
Ah.
boy with a projection stuck on his noggin.
I like how we just
Mm.
go back straight to like
My,
Benny and the Ink Machine after
my mom
DuckTales.
just my mom literally laughed in the background after hearing me say that.
Dang.
That
Dang.
and Sammy Lawrence.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
To
You know,
me, oh,
Especially when he got updated.
ah,
Dang, they fixed him.
dang. And yeah, like I was gonna say with DuckTales, the characters that I like is like how they updated basically Dewey and not Dewey, um, Huey and Louie are my two favorites. Dewey's just he's eh. I mean, he has a good voice actor, which is Ben Schwartz, which does the voice of
They
Sonic and
they
Leo.
gave them voices. I will give them a thumbs up for that.
They gave them
They
yeah.
didn't
voices,
just
and
make
also
them
you can
they didn't just make them Donald Duck midget clones.
yeah. Also, I will
Don't quote me
say
on that.
yeah, I will say that Donald Duck that you can actually understand what he's saying a bit, and when it comes for that's one
Oh
thing I know
yeah.
that like finally. Also, I
Yeah.
think it was interesting that they had Doctor Who as Scrooge McDuck. Yeah,
Huh.
one of the people in Doctor Who is the voice of Scrooge McDuck for that show.
Oh, David Tennant, David Tennant.
Yep, yep, he does the voice of Scrooge McDuck, and it's like it's really good. And Mrs. Beakley is also awesome. She's also one of my favorites.
Wait.
Yep.
Wait. Who voices Scrooge McDuck again? I mean,
David
I
Tennant.
definitely like his voice
One
in
of
it,
the
but
people
who
David
that
does?
Tennant
did
voiced Doctor Who.
One of the people that did Doctor Who.
I have never seen
The
Doctor
tenth,
Who.
the
Uh,
10th Doctor, David Tennant. David Tennant also did some other voices from other shows as well.
Yeah.
Try and list summon. Maybe I might be able to maybe recognize it and see a connection.
Yeah. But that's like the things
Dang,
I
my
know
God.
that I thought was interesting.
Okay.
So,
Well, you know what? Maybe after the recording, we can do some research
you're like, what?
because honestly, I
Also,
am not exactly too sure.
also,
Because like I said, I have
I
never
haven't.
seen Doctor Who.
He's a time traveler, time lord, the last of his kind.
Yeah, I've only seen like the first season for a bit and then never got back onto it because Netflix again. Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, I think we can all say like Gravity Falls. Have we all seen that at least, or know
Yes.
anything about it?
All right.
TJam,
Also,
TJam, do you know
Ye-
anything about it?
yes,
Or
I am
okay,
aware of Gravity Falls.
okay.
Holy crap,
also,
I missed that. Okay,
You
I've
know,
been hearing that they've been teasing a
Season
new.
3 or something
Yes,
like
like
that.
they've been teasing it, but I am not exactly too sure.
No, I'm like, please don't do
I
that to
feel
us, people.
iffy on it.
To be honest, I'm like, I swear, if they actually then show up with season 3, I'm going to flip. Not like in basically ecstatic, but like it most likely if they do a season 3, it's gonna be probably when they're older or something.
yeah, probably.
Who knows?
Yeah. But I will say, like,
yes,
Ford and Dipper are my two favorites, and then Wendy. I just don't like Mabel. She's just annoying to me. And, like, later on, she does get better character development, but she's still, like, overall annoying. The only episode I liked her in was, like, the unicorn one, where she basically beats up a unicorn. That's it.
Okay, My Little Pony fans would probably get you for that.
I mean, I also am somewhat of that. I also watch that show, so I can say that, I guess. I don't know. But
Okay, I will say this. No one before anyone goes in the comments and says it. I've only watched some of the series. Don't you dare start, people. Okay,
I
the only the only videos, well, episodes I probably have watched on, I guess, repeat would have to be the ones with Discord and basically big magical moment.
Oh, you're
Like
talking
when they're
about My Little
fighting a
Pony. I was gonna
villain.
say if this was like Gravity Falls, okay, I've okay, because it was like, I was like, my brain was like, wait, are we on Gravity Falls or My Little Pony now? Like, my brain was like, what the heck?
yes,
But
Yeah, and
yeah,
at this rate, I'm trying to like wrap it back to the game file here.
okay.
Hey guys.
Anyways, Arctic, you want to say your
Seriously, I
favorite
can
Gravity
feel the
Falls?
ink demon crawling on my back
Okay.
for not wrapping things
Yeah.
back to it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I still haven't said mine yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
not
ahead.
Bendy, of course, not Bendy. I mean, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Gravity
Right, right,
Falls.
right. Like the actual game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, I guess I would say my favorite would be like Sammy Lawrence
Hey.
and what was the? I really don't know what you would define because they're like we have cartoon Bendy, and then I guess you would say the Ink Demon himself.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be spoilers for you guys, but from what I've seen, the two variations of Bendy are actually still the same person, unfortunately. Like they were never split into two.
Dag
But
nabbit.
this time we're actually seeing instead of seeing just the one ink demon, we're actually getting to see image some stuff with actual Tomb Bendy and the ink demon, and holy crap, the ink demon has a voice.
Oh crap!
He speaks.
Dang. The man who speaks.
Guys.
Okay. Yeah, Arctic, did you want to say like Gravity Falls favorite character?
No, no, I haven't said about my favorite Bendy Ink Machine character.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go on.
Shoot.
Then we'll go back to Gravity Falls.
The okay, as I was trying to say, um, I would like the survivor version of Alice and Boris.
So Allison
Interesting.
and Tom.
Yeah, Alice and
Yeah,
Tom.
I
Yeah,
am
those
your
are his
Bendy
names.
and the Ink Machine expert here, you guys. I remember most of their names.
Dang.
I I forgot their names like every goddamn time.
Yeah. Okay. Arctic, okay, you two haven't said like Gravity Falls characters. So, back to that.
Yep,
Favorite
I will
Gravity.
actually go on mute so you guys can actually say it without me interrupting.
So what
Okay.
yeah. So
Um,
what's your favorite Gravity Falls characters?
to be honest, Wendy.
Yeah, I mean she's like my favorite female character.
Well, well, well. Yes, I like to like she's my favorite character, but I'm like Dipper right here.
You simped for her.
Yes.
My
You crushed on
gosh.
her. Dang. Danny, do you have
Well,
a favorite character?
I really like.
I heard that right when. Okay, I went back to watching the gameplay of Dark Revival. Right when I got right when we get jump scared by one of the enemies, the keepers, I heard Arctic mention that, and I like went, "What in the literal heck did I witness?"
I'm dead now. I'm
Like
also dead.
I am like confused.
I'm not mad about it because I can see why you could probably crush on her. I could see why people would think she's like, oh yeah, I like her.
Well,
In
my
To
that
be
way.
fair,
teenager.
she is.
Yeah,
Probably
I mean it makes
teenager, right?
sense when you're yeah, it makes sense. I mean, okay, Danny, what was your favorite?
Yes, Danny, please.
Please. Okay, Danny.
My brain.
I was going to say, I said my favorite character was definitely Seuss. Like he
Seuss.
gives that.
Oh
Yes,
yes,
This
Seuss was really
man,
good
this
too.
boy,
like
Ugh, I
my
forgot about. I
boy.
almost forgot about
like the
Seuss. He
bro
was also
moments
one of
with
my favorites
Seuss. I
too.
love them.
He's so dumb. I Pacifica, I never liked Pacifica. Even when she was like, "Oh, changed for good," she was just annoying rich chick. Nah, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but no, just no. And how she did, how it came to that one episode, and like poor Dipper, man. Like, dang, you gotta treat Dipper like
Yeah.
that. Dang, your parents are awful though. Your parents are the worst though. I will say her parents were awful. But I will say also
Yeah.
I do like Stanley, but Ford's better. Sorry to all the people. Sorry. Ford I think
Oh
because
yeah, Ford
nerd.
is also my
Nerd,
second favorite
hello. I
character.
think we have to say
Because
yeah, because nerds.
I forgot to mention him as well.
Yeah, we're basically like multi-dimensional dude, very intelligent.
Don't forget, don't forget the probably the biggest villain that Gravity Falls has ever had.
With the most generic
Bill
name.
Bill
Cipher.
Yep,
Cipher.
with the most generic name is Bill. Basically the
And
most
the
common
Dorito
name.
boy.
Why does it sound funny every time someone just says the word Bill?
Okay, I think the reason why they named him that is because of the dollar
Bill.
bill. The dollar bill, and there's the triangle. That's like why, because of the Illuminati or whatever type of symbol on the
Oh
back of one of the dollar
yeah.
bills. That's how
Oh
he
yeah.
got the name. And then Cypher's like, because you had to cipher codes
Oh
in the show. That's
yeah.
why they did that
That's actually
naming.
probably the coolest.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Old Man McGucket was pretty good too, and I think it was impressive that the creator, Alex Hirsch, does the voice of both Seuss, Stan, Old Man McGucket, and also Bill. He does all of their, like, all four of their voices, which is impressive.
Dang.
A pretty good job.
Yeah! They sound all
Like, man,
unique!
yeah, I never would have assumed that.
I'll still haunt you in your nightmares! It's one of my favorite Old Man McGucket lines. Like, I love how Old Man McGucket, like, gets, like, oh, he's not this crazy old man. He actually was friends with Ford, and sadly,
Yeah.
how he turned into crazy old man McGucket is just sad, bro. It's just,
Yeah, but that actually did give him a lot of lore perspective.
yeah, and it, like, for sure.
Like some of these characters, they have some really, really, really deep cutting lore.
Yeah, for sure. I just like it's a good show. I will
Yeah.
say that it's a
I mean,
good
heck,
show.
even Grunkle Stan, actually, fun fact,
Yeah.
my nephew, he calls me Gunkle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, hey, it's me, Gunkle T-Chan.
Oh no!
That
Looks like
rhymes
someone's gonna
too well.
animate you dressed up as Stanley. Looks like looks like
no, cut that out of the video, cut that out of the video.
Too late.
No,
Too late.
no, I ain't cutting that out. No.
Is this revenge from SSR?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bitch, yeah. This is what you get.
I said that as blunt as humanly
I
possible.
know, right? Oh, this is gonna be funny. Okay, another TV show we can probably talk about that we've seen.
Actually, well, I was going to mention a game of mine, but like,
Actually,
on.
can
Yeah.
we circle back to the games?
Yeah,
yeah, because
Yeah.
can I at least say mine first?
sure. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, this is gonna sound kind of random, like especially from what we've been talking about. But so have any of you heard of the Spider-Man PS1 games?
Oh.
What?
I have heard of Spider-Man video games before, but I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this if I even mention anything about Spider-Man. So I'm just keeping my mouth shut for this. So
Soon our secret will come out.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know why, but just Venom is my favorite in that game.
I will say Venom
I
is
get-
pretty good, but I don't like
I
Spider-Man.
guess this is because I'm a big fan of Venom in general, more on the comedy side than the serious side.
Gotcha.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm okay with like serious Venom, but I just like the way they make him comedic, like the way like literally after one of his boss battle, they literally Spider-Man during a cutscene, they literally have a conversation of like, all right, who could have been like the mastermind behind this, and it's like, and then Venom just lists off a bunch of random Marvel characters like the Samaritan, Thor, Galactus. Like he's just listing off random characters.
Bruh. Okay, I will say that
I look
this is
away for 1 minute, and then I just see a freaking droid on
from
Arctic
Star
camera.
Wars. Star Wars is also a good show. Yeah, Star Wars was also
It was
good.
a good
And
movie.
It
Star
is
It's
a
a
good
Wars
movie.
good
I will
was
say that
movie.
it also was a movie, but Star Wars: The Clone Wars is really good. I can say that at least. So
I
that
I
was my
love the
childhood.
robots.
Okay.
It's just the whole Roger Roger.
Yeah.
Roger,
Um,
That's
Roger,
me.
I will say like this
Roger
is why I'm
Roger.
like I
Roger,
know I'm
Roger.
gonna get a lot of hate because I know a lot of people like Spider-Man, but I just couldn't get into it when it came to the movies. I'm sorry. I just couldn't when it came to
uh
like superhero
that
character. Because I know a lot of people like him, but me, on the other hand, he's okay, but not like saying, oh, he's my ultimate favorite. You know what I
I
mean?
kind of see what you mean by that, kind of.
And I also feel like people might have hyped him too much a bit when I was growing up, so it was like, really? Really? Basically, that's what it came to that, especially because I'm saying this because I have a nephew that loves Spider Man, and then there's like me, like, yeah, not a big fan. Even I have seen some of the Spider Man movies. I just it's the newer Spider-Man movies with like Tom Holland. I know like some people are gonna be mad at me. I just find him annoying. I'm sorry. I just find him a kind of annoying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Marvel fans. I'm sorry, but he is kind of
Mm.
annoying to me.
I
So
like Spider-Man like more for his villains rather than his character. Like, don't get me wrong, his character, Spider-Man's character, is like one of my top favorites. Definitely in the top five of favorite Marvel characters, heroes wise at least. But
yeah,
villains, that's where Spider-Man
Yeah,
takes the cake
yeah.
and
I
eats it
will
too.
say that
seriously,
his villains
well,
are definitely better for sure on that. But I will say if we go in, since we're on the topic of Marvel, one of my favorite Marvel movies currently is Black Panther. I love that movie.
Hey,
That was a really good movie. And also Black Panther is one of my favorites too. He's like one of
yeah,
my
this
favorite heroes. I just T'Challa. He was awesome. The actor did such a great job, and rest in peace. We all miss
okay.
you.
This is gonna sound awkward, but like, I just freaking hate it when like the female character puts on the one of the hero suits and just is automatically a badass with it.
Okay, I haven't seen the new Black Panther movie. I've only seen the first one
But
so
like, no,
far.
no, 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 no. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry if it sounded like that kind of came out of nowhere. But like,
Okay.
I feel like Black Panther at least has an understanding of it
Yeah.
because these people have clearly shown to have at least trained to be fighters at least.
Yeah.
So like having a suit on would probably make sense for some of them
Yeah.
because in most like shows and or movies, one of the Venom, the first like the Venom movie is a good example. I mean, okay, that one's kind of an exception because that's more of Venom taking control of Eddie's girlfriend, but still,
Okay. Yeah.
it's like I just don't like it whenever there's just, oh, this one character just puts on this suit that took the main character like a long ass time to control, and then like their sidekick or whatever does it in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I do really don't like that type of trope. I will say that as much.
Like I feel like the only time it worked was in the Iron Man TV show, if anyone remembers that.
Okay.
Like
I
where
gotcha.
one of the characters, I think, like one of the characters, she literally like was controlling a suit via controller at a base, and she just kind of like, yeah, this is so cool, I can explode, and she gets blown up immediately, like after taking out some guards, she gets pinned, destroyed immediately.
Dang.
Like that's a good example of like a character like having a character who understands how this machine works but doesn't get to like show off.
Gotcha. Yeah. I will say I don't have many female like Marvel characters I really like. I know like Gamora and Black Widow, obviously top favorite
Yeah.
female superheroes, of course. But I will say I'm gonna also a lot of people are gonna be probably mad at me, especially like the fans that were when it came to Civil War. I was always on Team Iron Man. I never liked Captain America. I just found him as like he just complained the whole time. I felt like when it came to him. The actor did I'm not saying the actor did a terrible job. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Chris Evans did a terrible job, but I also feel like some people are probably liking him because he was that some people find him attractive, and then there's me like, I don't see it. I know that's like, what? I mean, when it comes to like, okay, when you have Thor, I think that speaks without saying a bit for some people, but I do like Thor. Not, I like his character development at least. I like Thor's character development. Gets better. I will say that. In Iron Man, I would say I like him more, mainly because again, character development, and also he's just hilarious. He's basically sarcastic. They did a great job with his character, in my opinion. Especially Robert Downey Jr. did a great job too. I will say
I
that.
love how they do Iron Man's character
Yes, in
because
the
like in the first few movies he acts like a show offish like he acts like a show offish rich dude, which is hilarious as hell.
yeah.
But then later in the movies, you kind of see him develop more.
Oh
Like in
yeah, for
Spider-Man:
sure.
Homecoming is his best example of like
Yeah.
his development.
And also the Hulk, but the one thing I
Yeah,
will say,
I love Hulk.
yes, I do like the Hulk as well. Trust me. I do like somewhat of Ant-Man. I'm not like a major fan of Ant-Man, but I do like him, but not like favorite character, I would say. If we had to pick,
Right.
I would say Hawkeye is also one of my favorites. But the one thing I'm really upset at that some people are going to look at me like, "Really?" Quicksilver, which is Scarlet Witch's brother. I am upset of what they did to him. He was
The
my
fact they
favorite
killed him
character, and
off,
then it's like he's one of my favorite characters, and they just like, how dare you? I almost
they
cried.
killed him off in like the first movie he was introduced in,
I,
right?
I did not see that coming.
I was about to cry because like, dag nabbit, Marvel, why you gotta do this to me? How could you? I was like, his voice was
You
also
just glitched out, and I think that's perfect.
Holy heck.
oh no! I got so mad when that happened. I was just like, I was basically like Scarlet Witch in that scenario. I was like, yep. How dare you? How flippin' dare you do that to me? How dare you do this, Marvel? What the heck? Bruh.
Marvel can be mean.
I know. But also, I will say I've seen both of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and yes, Star Lord is one of my favorites. Don't. I mean, I've also mentioned Gamora is one of my favorites. I do like most of the, like all of the Guardians, but I would say like, Gamora and I just said his name, Star Lord. Rocket and Groot are like my top
No answering that
favorites.
question that I have on my screen right now.
I'll
What the
probably, yeah, well,
Arctic?
we're trying to. I might have to edit this. I might have to cut that out.
Uh,
yeah. We've seen it, but we were just like trying not to say anything because we're trying to talk about the topic mainly.
I actually did not notice it. I legitimately did not notice it until he mentioned it.
Okay. Um. Alrighty. I will say that this is like one that a lot of people would be surprised that I don't like of a video game. Uh. Smash Bros. I know some people are gonna be like, why you don't like it? Okay, listen. My cousins and my friends, this is like the only game that they always have, and it's annoying that this is the game that they always want to play. Okay? It's annoying to me that that's like the only game they almost have, and it's like,
To be honest, I feel jealous. Because that's one of the games that I want to get.
like they have the newest one. Like the only characters I play as when it comes to Smash Bros. Like my major main is Zelda, not Zelda, Link.
Hmm.
Link is like my main, and then if someone else picks Link, it's either Shulk or Mega Man because I'm really good with those three. But that's about it. I will say.
May I tell
Yes,
you mine?
yes, you can.
I guess the main three that that I main because whenever my sister brings over her Switch, because my one of my sisters because she has Smash Bros.
Hmm.
Smash Bros. Ultimate. Long story short, the ones I main are Lucario, Rob, Pichu, and Ridley. But of
I,
course, I'm pretty sure that's changed by now.
Yeah, it looks like
I
it.
mean,
yeah.
because I have not played Smash Bros in a while.
Okay. What about you, Danny and Arctic? What were your two like mains if you had to pick?
Hmm.
I haven't played in a while, so I can't really say what my main was.
Okay.
I can't remember as well. Sorry, but not sorry.
Yeah, I just remember because I know this because every single time I play Smash Bros with my friends or my cousins, I'm always dead last. I'm not
Oh,
kidding. I'm not the best at that. It's rare if I get first place. Like I remember this one time I was first place with Mega Man. That was like the first time
you
using
are
Mega
not
Man.
the only one that's probably has not been in first.
Oh. And also I don't like Mario Kart. I will say like I know a bunch of people that
Agreed.
okay, I don't like racing games because I'm always bad at them. I always get dead last as well. It's rare if I get number first. And my cousins, when it comes to playing any Mario Kart game or any racing game, they always have to go like, oh, I have to be first place. I'm like, bruh, bruh.
Three.
Yeah, I just don't. It's like hard. Sometimes it's difficult to play it to control it. It's just like, nah. I rather play like something else. I rather go with if I had to pick between Smash Bros and Mario Kart, I'd go with Smash Bros every time because I just can't. Um I will say like I know this is like similar to like some um gaming wise Mortal Kombat anyone or nah.
Um,
Good old review.
Yeah.
never,
Never heard of it?
I have heard of it. I
never played it.
Okay. Yeah, I've played like the only versions I played is like regular and then like the DC and Mortal Kombat edition. Yes, that existed. I'm not joking. And I would always pick like my two favorite characters to always play is Katana and Sub-Zero. Basically
Mm,
Ice dude. And
hmm,
yeah.
ice.
Why did I think of Vanilla Ice when I heard basically the ice baby? That's all I'm gonna
I
go.
am sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. There's also a I will say there was also a Ninja Turtle version of like the similar type of concept, and I was picked Donatello by the way. Yep! I owned it on the Wii! I don't have the Wii
have
anymore, so I
no
don't have the
words.
game. You have no words of like this exists. How did no one tell me? I found it randomly in like probably a gaming bin or something, and I saw it. I was like, I want, cause big Ninja Turtle fan, and I played it by myself a lot because, yeah, it was. I know that's kind of sad to hear, but I did, and I always picked Donatello, cause you know favorite. But yeah,
Hmm.
I know some like what the heck. But it's like the TMNT movie, by the way. It was like those designs. So,
All right then.
yeah, to give context. And
Also,
they also had like a yeah.
so where are
Um
the onions watching? The heck? I didn't like hear that.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Do we want to go back to the TV shows or more on video games?
I
Video
said,
games, please.
Okay.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
Video games, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone want to bring a
Yeah.
video game up that we probably all know? Cuz I know there's like probably a lot of video game because the only thing I could say probably maybe Pac-Man or something like that, like old video games, like really old video games we could talk about maybe, or like favorite, like
Oh,
old.
what the heck?
Yes, I mentioned Pac-Man. I played Pac-Man, but my favorite is Galaga of like very old, like pixel
I don't
games.
know. I don't know why, but you guys have known Night in the Woods.
Yep, I've heard of it. I've actually seen Jacksepticeye play it, so I know about it.
I will never. Okay, I have no idea what my family are watching, but so far from what I just saw, giant glowing frogs.
I might need to cut this
Okay.
out of the edit this out.
Okay, this is probably like one of the parts like Should I edit out or should I keep it in for funny bit?
Yeah, I will say that I'm not gonna cut out what you said earlier about like the Grunkle thing.
God
That is
damn
gonna be stayed in. That's. I mean,
it. Is this revenge for what happened in
don't
the
even say it.
canceled special strike re rebellion reaction?
Kinda, yeah. It's like,
Also, can we maybe like give a little bit of a insight on that because I would like to state this mistake
oh boy.
because I have yet to state it on my actual channel.
Yeah, we'll
Sure, I
never let
won't
you live it
edit this part
down.
out.
Okay, so we did a full reaction to Special Strike Rebellion on my for my channel. When I was editing it, I did a horrible hiccup and I deleted all the footage. So, at this rate, we're going to make our own variation. There's because there will actually be a little bit more insight on why after its release when we do the behind the scenes and maybe bloopers.
Yeah,
But yeah,
gotcha.
there will be a lot of explanation on it
Okay. Alrighty.
because
Yeah.
you don't know how to
Okay.
explain this.
Mario. I know a lot of us know about Mario. I think it's obvious, but I will say my favorite is Luigi. Sorry, but he deserves more attention. Also,
Same.
Daisy. Daisy's also one of my favorites,
Yo.
and Rosalina. Bruh, she actually does something, unlike Princess Peach. I know a lot of people gonna give me smack for this, but Princess Peach, all she does is get kidnapped and make cake. That's all she
You know, it's
does.
kind of a funny joke, actually. Like one of the Mario RPG games actually make a joke of that.
I know. And
Like,
also the new like the Mario Odyssey, they actually did something with her character at least. It's like, "Oh no, I'm not going to pick both Mario and Bowser." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." She was like sick of this, but
God.
again, you still deal with her like again probably getting kidnapped at some point. She just keeps getting kidnapped. Bowser's not that bad, but I wouldn't say like favorite villain or whatever.
Trybone.
Drybone. I think his design is pretty dope though. Like out of
Freaking love this. I literally have a plush of him.
Dang. Me, on the other hand, has no plush of like any Mario characters. Only like Toon Link is like the only
I
plush I
mean,
I
own.
got like
And Link is my
I
favorite.
might be getting more of them. I might be getting more of them at Christmas. Who knows?
Nice.
Think of
Um,
Mario. Think of Mario plushie characters. I actually have the Boomer Walker ones. Those like
oh
bomb
yeah,
walking.
I remember you showed me that. I remember. Do you have? What about you two? Who's your favorite like Mario characters?
What? Oh,
Do you have a favorite? Danny and Arctic?
I mean, unless if we're counting the RPG series, I would say Bowser's my favorite.
Ah, yeah, I would say any.
RPG?
What about you, Arctic?
What was that Star Princess one name?
Rosalina.
Yeah, Rosalina. She's
You
my favorite.
Yeah. I
I
like her.
swear, if you were, I
Don't.
swear, if it was like for a simp reason, I was actually going to freaking leave the call, but then come back
Wow,
full
how dare you?
blasting knuckle.
How dare you?
Okay, question. Did anyone even like Toad at all? Because I really didn't care about Toad. If I'm gonna say
Eh,
opinions, Toad's like, whatever.
He's he's a character that I question his existence.
First of all, Tegan. First of all, Tegan, how dare you start thinking I'm a simp to all?
I'm
How
killing
dare you?
TNG at this point. My
Bruh,
goodness.
I mean, yeah, this is funny. I think that's funny to me. Okay, anyways, before, TJ gets, like, roasted by Arctic, let's change to the topic of, like, a different video game with favorite video game characters or something. Because I feel like that's about to happen at some point.
Please do.
Okay. I'm trying to remember like a very classic one or something like that that a lot of people probably know about, other than like Legend of Zelda. I know like
Well,
that's.
I did.
Hmm?
Well, I did say Night in the Woods, right?
Yeah, you mentioned
Yeah.
Night in the Woods, but I don't think I have a favorite character out of that. I know that's kind of weird, but I just don't. Um, uh,
Out of the others,
what about you guys? T Jam and Danny, do you have favorite characters of Night in the Woods or?
Never heard of it.
I haven't finished Night in the Woods like at all, but like as of what I've seen, my favorite is definitely May.
Ah,
made for us.
yeah.
Yep.
Am
Um,
I? Am I?
okay, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Um,
Sorry.
am I also? Oh, it's okay. Wow.
No. I'm apologizing because I'm both in the call at the very same time. Continue watching the Dark Revival parts,
oh,
and
okay.
holy crap! I have found the witch wannabe. Well, the witch copy in this.
Dang. Um, okay. Gotcha.
Sorry.
Okay, this is one that's probably only me maybe would know about because this is like an RPG horror game. This is like one of my favorites. Pocket Mirror. Now, I'm pretty sure not everyone knows about this. There's like a whole you can watch like a whole gameplay. It's one of my favorites because of the topic, and my favorite character is Lisette because I just feel bad for her. She like you just have to watch the gameplay. I know that's like a newer RPG horror game, but if I have to go with like favorite classic, it would be Corpse Party. And also Ib, because of the music. The music is beautiful in Ib. And Ib is also one of my favorite characters. And Gary. Those are like two favorites. I had to at least say that.
Yeah.
Hmm?
When you say Gary, I just like give up the SpongeBob Gary.
Ah! No, there's like a character in Ib is the game. There's like I know that a bunch of different YouTubers did gameplay of it. I know that for sure. I know Jacksepticeye did one, and I'm trying to remember who else did, but there's like a bunch of different gameplay videos of Ib that you could just look up, and it's like because it has different endings. But I really like it because it's mainly like Ib goes to an art gallery and she goes through a painting, and then that's the horror elements start happening. The paintings come to life pretty much.
Oh,
That
Um,
game, yeah, that's why it's like I like it because of that, and also the
Still don't know.
the pixel art style is really good. I would recommend watching gameplay or playing it yourself. That's one thing I will say. Like classic, it's considered one of those classic RPG horror games that like probably started a bunch of people liking RPG horror games. I think that, and also like Witch's House and Mad Father, which I'm sounds like
Uh,
you guys don't know anything about it.
actually, I know a little bit about Mad Father at least.
Okay. I know that's like, wait, why did you sound like that? Because I'm just shocked. Because I know not a lot of people know about RPG horror games, and it's like, yes, I know about the story of it, and it's like, dang. It's not my favorite, but I do like the character. I do like some of the characters, and not gonna lie. Um, so I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah. I kind of mentioned somewhat of like the game synopsis for Ib. Basically, Mad Father is different, basically a curse, and then there's Misao, which is another, basically the same developer. But I will say, like, favorite RPG game that's like not a horror one is To the Moon, and I know not a lot of people know about it, but the
That
music is
is not.
very beautiful. I can explain a bit about what To the Moon is. It's basically these two people try to make this old man's dream come true of going to the moon happen in his mind, basically giving him memories that he went to the moon before he passes, is what the game's about. And the music is beautiful. It's stunning. It's mainly piano music, but it's very beautiful. So, I will say that. The music is gorgeous. and also like the story is pretty good and also sad. It's like one of those sad RPG games, I will say. I did cry the first time I watched gameplay of it. Yeah. That's something you usually don't want to hear of like a recommendation. I don't know. Okay. Anybody else have any games that probably people don't not know much about that you guys could
Yeah,
say?
I might have one.
Hit us.
Do
So this is
explain.
a Halloween game that I got, well, on Halloween because I was feeling the spookiness.
Oh, I didn't know that there was a
Pokemon.
game for Halloween. I know that Friday the 13th got a video game.
Well,
Pokemon.
yeah. Well, basically, the game is called Pumpkin Jack.
Mm,
Yeah, but none of you heard of this game.
yep.
It's it's pretty much an indie game that somehow also made it on the Switch, which is how I found it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically this
One
game is
second.
basically game is basically about like you play as Jack, this pumpkin headed dude, and his main goal is to kill the wizard because the wizard is trying because basically the devil's like this piece and shit. It's like
Oh.
I hate it, and so I'm gonna like gonna send the world into darkness, and then the wizard's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna stop that. So the devil sends out Jack to like
Uh,
to kill the wizard. That's literally the plot. You were playing as the bad guy technically.
Don't worry about it,
well,
T
that's
Jam.
well, sorry. I am a little bit reacting to the Dark Revival, and I just witnessed something that I'm speechless, and I'm
Ah.
not sure if
Don't
I should
spoil
tell
it.
you guys
Yeah,
because
No,
don't. Just
no.
don't. Just don't. Best if you don't. Especially on a video
okay.
recording.
Actually, the reason I mentioned this because I love Jack so much so I actually made he was the reason how I got the idea for one of my characters, Hallie.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I gotcha. Alrighty. Arctic, do you have a video game that probably no one's heard about?
Um, dude, trying to think of something. Ah, someone goes. Somebody go first, so I can think of something.
Okay. I know that probably not many people know about this game. Basically because this is mainly a sequel. Um, I've only seen like really one person really play it, but I'm actually not going to mention it. Never mind.
Mhm.
Because I know some people are like, wait, what? Why is she not going to mention it? It's best if I don't, because the game itself goes into really, really dark elements from what I've heard. So best not. But I know that, um, shoot, I'm trying to think of like something that's not horror game related. Ah, dagnabbit, my love of horror stuff. I know that this is probably like okay, this makes sense for her to say this. Danganronpa, which is yeah, it makes sense for me to say this because I do like the games. Like my favorite one's the third one. It's a murder mystery series for those who do not know what it is. It's straight up like a murder mystery series with teenagers. Yep, that's what the game
uh,
is. Pretty much of the best way to do a synopsis of it, and it's like my favorite one's the third one, V3, because there's an anime which is called Danganronpa 3. So, by the way, so don't get them confused. That's why they had to do that. And then the second one, and then the first one is my favorite. I mean, out of like order of like favorite games,
oh,
the third one, second, and then basically the opposite of like the order the games came out. Okay, yeah,
okay. I got one now.
okay, shoot.
Have you guys heard of dang dog barking in the background?
I don't think
Okay,
I've heard of
as I was
that
saying,
game.
as I was saying, have you guys heard about Mighty Nine?
Mighty Nine.
Oh, that game.
Mighty.
I am the only one that's like clueless at this. Like what?
It's
If
basically a
I,
Mega Man type of game.
Oh, okay.
it's like a Mega Man version.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. I never played Mega Man though.
I
I
I've like played that game like multiple times, and the only level I was like stuck on is the pyro, the water, and that's only the two levels I was like stuck on.
dang,
Those like the first
And
two
I
levels.
haven't, and
dang.
and I haven't finished it. I haven't been playing it like the long time ever since I got the
Ah,
game with it.
okay. I remember a game we all could probably relate to. Undertale. Anyone?
Yep.
I, yep.
I'm gonna hit the end call button if you don't stop that.
Okay, 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 okay.
Ans!
Obviously, Sans is my favorite. Duh. By
Yeah, I can
that.
see why.
Yeah, I mean, I love the jokes. I'm actually someone that loves puns and jokes, and I would be Sans in half of the scenarios. Also, Papyrus is also one of
Whoa,
my favorites. I like the Skeleton Boys. They're my
I like
favorite.
whoa,
Papyrus.
Yeah, Papyrus is my
whoa! I
Papyrus
favorite.
got
is
all these
Flowey.
Yeah.
funny. Mhm.
Uh, Arctic is Sans your
I got
favorite as well.
Sans and Toria
Well, yeah, Toriel's
Yeah,
pretty good. I would say
and
Alpheus is one of
Undyne, of
mine.
course,
Meta, I
and Undyne.
yeah. I will say
The
I
buff
do have a
fish.
least favorite, and it's Miss Muffet because I'm playing the game. Finally after all these
Oh,
years
Miss Muffet,
of I
the
freaking hate
spider one.
her. I'm like, die, you piece of bleep. I just hate her. I've lost so many times from her. I'm just like, I'm about to throw my gaming console at the wall in frustration because of this
actually,
one character I cannot pass. I have basically bought so many hot dogs from Sand so I can lose so many coins from so I could beat this chick. I'm not
Yeah,
kidding.
I can't. I can't imagine you would like pull up a spider spray on her
Yeah.
in real life.
Oh no, it won't be just spray. It'd be a giant pan to smack at her or something.
just now imagining you like do that one joke from Ed and Eddie where you just have like a giant frying pan hat and just whoa boom.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what be
Oh
me.
wait, that 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 that
Oh, speaking of
disappointment.
Ed, Ed, Eddie, who's your favorite character from that? Since we're on that
Eddie.
topic now.
Definitely, my favorite is Ed, the
Double
dumb
D.
one.
Double D's my favorite. Double D's my favorite. I
To
always like
me,
the smart
all three of
characters.
them.
All three of them?
To me,
Nice.
all yeah, all three of them.
Okay,
My trio's friends.
gotcha. I forgot. Wait, Danny, did you see your favorite Undertale character or not?
Actually, I haven't, but like, it's hard for me to pick one to begin with.
Because there's so many good ones, isn't it?
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, there's so many good ones. Like, I
I
guess
know.
if I were to say favorite, I would say it would be Toriel, Papyrus, and Metaton.
Why did I feel like someone was gonna say Mettaton Ice? Not kidding. I'm like,
Oh
This
my.
that man is just the craziest. Also,
the
for the
most
longest time,
flamboyant too.
for the longest time I thought Metaton was
Uh,
like a guy, but when he goes into his EX form, he turns female for some reason.
no, he's just a very
Oh
flamboyant man.
my.
That's all he is.
Yeah, I don't even know what my brain was thinking at the time.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Since we've been on the gaming oh wait, since we were on the gaming topic for so long, and we already mentioned Ed and Eddie, has anyone watched Dexter's Laboratory? I just
Yes.
okay. Dexter was my favorite.
Indeed, hit up a meat laboratory.
Yeah. Dexter was my favorite. By the way, I think this is a pattern. I think I feel like there's gonna be a pattern like favorite characters. Okay, if they're a nerd, she's most likely going to like them. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you guys seen this like this one episode in Dexter Laboratory.
Is it the one that got like shadow banned almost of episode? Like the
No,
Okay.
no. It's about this episode where Dexter just like time traveled, like where he met his like time traveling version of himself from different timelines.
Oh, no, I don't think I've seen that episode. But yeah, I don't think I've seen that episode. But I also will say Powerpuff Girls was also a childhood show. I
I was
don't know
about to
what.
say,
The
yeah,
older one,
Powerpuff.
not the newer one. The older one.
God, the newer ones can go to hell.
I would say either.
They
Okay,
have
okay,
two.
listen. I also seen Powerpuff Girls Z, which is like the anime version of Powerpuff Girls, and it's good. It's better than like the
Powerpuff
newer.
Girls is the true remake to Powerpuff Girls, the original.
Yeah,
Also, guys,
yeah.
I'll be right back. You guys will continue without me. Bye.
Okay.
I'll just cut that out. Anyways, my favorite was like for you to begin with. My favorite was Bubbles, but then when I got older, I realized, oh yeah, I relate to Buttercup more, especially when it came to the Powerpuff Girls Z. Buttercup was always my favorite. So, what about you? Like, who was your favorite, Danny?
This is a hard one to say, considering the fact that I don't remember too much from Z because I haven't seen too many episodes when I was that young.
It's all on YouTube, by the way. So,
I I know, but like again, but it's like it's been a while.
yeah.
Anyway, but like I guess I would say my favorite character wise would be from the original at least was the professor.
Yeah, the professor was dope. I know a lot of people like Cerebellum, which is like the one that always had her face covered.
I do like that joke. It's like I love the joke with Sarah, with Miss Bellum.
Yeah, I know that there was also. I thought Mojo Jojo was like one of the funniest villains. I will say that. So, T Jam,
Yeah.
have you watched Powerpuff Girls or like know anything about Powerpuff Girls?
Yes, I have indeed watched them in my past.
I like how you said it like that.
You sounded like the most techiest person in the world. Like
Wait,
you have
It
really?
felt like you had to put on like those like
you
glasses.
sounded like the professor actually, now that I think about it. Like you said it like how the professor from the original show would have said it.
Wow.
Dang. So do you have like a favorite or nah?
Nah.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, because I was like
Alright, here's
wondering.
a challenge. Name your favorite character from the 2016 show.
2016
Oh, I
show?
know what
What?
you're talking about.
26.
I've seen that. Only seen like I didn't really watch much of it because again
What
I was.
show?
It's
The reboot of Powerpuff Girls 2016. God, I hate
oh
that show.
that no, I have not watched any of that. That's hot garbage in
Still
my
no
opinion.
favorites from it.
Nah, just not
Um,
what they done to the pouch.
I
Just
actually, oh, sorry.
go ahead, Arctic. You were silent for a while.
Um, when I was watching, I remember watching the Powerpuff Girls episode series, and I kind of miss, and I kind of like don't like where they add like a new villain in one of the reboots.
Oh yeah, I
It's like,
So I'll
gotcha.
get me start on
it's
one
like,
thing the reboot did, which was take out Miss Bellum because she was apparently nothing more than sex appeal, which is literally the opposite what the original intentions was. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Look, Miss, yes, I know Miss Bellum. Yeah, she had like an overly attractive appearance. That's kind of the joke. But in actuality, she was kind of like a surrogate mother to the Powerpuff Girls.
Ah, gotcha.
Like
Okay.
that's what about the character so much because it wasn't just her. Oh, she looks pretty. No, she actually was smart. That's
Yeah.
why she was the secretary to the mayor of all people.
Yeah. True. I will also say why the reason why I mentioned Powerpuff Girls, which this is actually how I got into art. Like when I started my art journey was Powerpuff Girls. Like that's what I drew a lot when I was. So it means a lot. Powerpuff Girls is like dear to my childhood heart because of that reasoning, and also Ninja Turtles because that's how I got my username in a way. So that's why I had to mention those.
Right.
You got to mention your humble beginnings. So
Yep.
yeah. I will say thank you guys for um, joining me and talking about our favorite shows. Um, I really enjoyed our conversation, of course, and also learning some new things that I've never heard about. So, everyone, I will see you guys hopefully in the next episode. And also follow all these people on TikTok, I would say, and YouTube, correct? I'll make sure to link their stuff in the description below. Um,
Yes.
anyways, peace out.